To the present day, COVID-19 has become the star of phenomena. We have been witnessing a virus getting projected as a monster eating up the health and lives of more than 1 million people. The health impact, fear and uncertainty created in the name of the non-living virus are endless, adversely affecting the lives and livelihood of people, steep fall in the educational system and other significant social challenges. In the midst of all this agony, arose a needful mission from the revolutionary update of Ayurvedic science, technically termed science-based evidence-based Ayurveda, pioneered by Dr. Rajkumar and Dr. Remya Krishnan in 2012. The mission is titled Hastalamba, which means rendering a helping hand to the needy ones sunken in the mud of agony of infective fever and fear to get out of it and regain health as quickly as possible. It is a non-medicational viral fever first aid program, and such a program is for the first time in the history of the world to reverse viral fever without any medicine in less than 5 days by scientific nutrition schedule and medicated water chosen based on SBEBA strategies of viral fevers. A team of coordinator physicians and volunteers were provided quick scientific training on the first aid strategies of SBEBA to ensure protection to lives of people and reverse their illness. Thus the free online service of the same started from May 26, 2021, accessible to the entire world. There are 25 coordinator physicians and more than 100 volunteers from all parts of India who speak 7 different languages and attended sick people in mild, moderate and severe stages, enabling them to get out of sickness and fear of sickness by stabilizing health in less than 5 days in majority of the cases. Let us hear from Dr. Hari Krishna Bhatt, from Mangaluru, the Chief Coordinator of VFFA, Hastalamba program, regarding the statistical data of Hastalamba registrations.
As far as the data of Hastalamba is concerned, as of today we have 865 registrations from various parts of India as well as from the foreign countries. Out of this 865, we have initiated VFFA in 336 patients as of today. Out of this 336 registrations, total 87% is from India and 13% from foreign countries. Hastalamba registrations are not just from India, even from foreign countries. We have patients from 25 different states of India and 12 foreign countries. We have around 23% of registrations from the state Kerala, 20% from Karnataka, 12% from Telangana and 10% from Tamil Nadu. Apart from these South Indian states, we also have active participation from Maharashtra and other North Indian states. The age-wise distribution, we have registration of around 1% of the age group below 1 year and around 10% of the age group between 1 and 5 years and around 14% registration of the age group between 5 and 18 years, and above 18 years and below 60 years we have maximum registrations, that is 68%, and above 60 years we have around 7% registrations.
While here in India, when we were asked to clap for heroes who have fearfully intervened in the lives of people with endless trial and error medications, we failed to recognize the heroes of Hastalamba who reversed the same kind of morbid people fearlessly by the proven and established strategies of deterministic science of Ayurveda designed by the pioneers of SBEBA, absolutely free of cost, dedicating their time for the sick who are knocking at the door. Listen to Mr. Paresh Banja from Odisha, who was the beneficiary of VFFA, Hastalamba.
बिल्कुल मैं रिकवर ऐसा हुआ कि मुझे पता नहीं चला कि मेरा शरीर कैसे अपने ठीक ठाक हो रहा है। और सबसे चमत्कार चीज़ है, कोई दवाई बाहर से कोई दवाई नहीं लिया, कोई दवाई नहीं लिया। तो ये सारे श्रेय जाता है जो ये कंटिन्यू जो भी ये मतलब सब SBA के जितने भी प्रैक्टिशनर हैं, जो कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं, और इनका जो इनोवेटर डॉक्टर रम्या जी हैं और डॉक्टर राजकुमार जी हैं, उनको मैं कोटि बार नमन करूँगा।
Here is Dr. Kurti, one of the coordinators of Hastalamba from Belagavi, Karnataka, who has been part of the team for the last 1 year, sharing her experiences of VFFA service.
All VFFA treated patients are now becoming the torch bearers to breaking many myths around the age-old Ayurvedic science. Science-based, evidence-based Ayurvedic treatment is not just effective, but the relief is very quick. Take the example of a young child from Germany who embraced VFFA as the primary line of treatment when they had access to many other treatments. Or be it the aged seniors, the feedback on how VFFA treatment is not only soft on their health but yet so rejuvenating and rapid in relief is amazing.
It is not just the mild cases that have been handled in Hastalamba. Patients with different comorbidities, from different immune status backgrounds and of different levels of clinical presentation, have registered and have benefited from it. Listen to the briefing of data by the Chief Coordinator of VFFA, Hastalamba.
We made some of the basic blood tests mandatory for the purpose of document as well as for to take care of the legal aspects. Since we are dealing with the cases online, so it's mandatory to give the consent and the blood test. Though we made the blood test mandatory, when it comes to the abroad patients, we could not get the blood test done because of various rules and regulations. Even for Indian patients, because of some of the practical reasons, quarantine, etc., we could not get the blood test done for about 23 to 25%. When it comes to the blood picture, CBC and CRP were made as the mandatory blood tests, and the remaining tests were optional. The clinical presentation, we used to recommend a particular blood test. To talk about the statistics, particularly with respect to the platelets, 7% of the population had thrombocytopenia, that is the reduced platelet count, which we often see in case of cytokine storm in viral fevers. Coming to the statistics of the CRP, which is considered to be one of the important markers of inflammation in viral fever, 29% came with the normal CRP. Maybe very initially they have registered with us. 3% came with a very high CRP, above 51%, above 75%, above 101%, and 8% came with the borderline CRP. And between 6 and 20, we had around 22% and 11% between 20 and 50. Coming to total leukocyte count, that is TLC, around 7% we had leukopenia cases. Coming to neutrophil lymphocyte ratio, it is considered to be one of the important markers in acute viruses. Generally, above 3 is considered to be significant. We had around 15% with the values above 3 and below 6, and around 5% of the cases above 6 and below 9, and 3 of the cases above 9, and remaining we had normal NLR values. Coming to the statistics of other blood tests, we had some around 16 patients with positive RT-PCR tests, 8 patients with viral positive, 5 patients with positive dengue antigen test. We had around 95% of the cases without any addictions, and 5% of the cases had one or the other addictions. To talk about the comorbidity status, 70% of the cases without any comorbidities and 30% of the cases with comorbidities. In 30%, about 7% with the type 2 diabetes, 7% hypersensitivity reactions, 4% with autoimmune diseases, in that 2 cases specifically of type 1 diabetes, 5% with hypertension alone, and 2% with hypertension along with type 2. To talk about the oxygen saturation and support of external oxygen, only 1% came to us with oxygen support. 73% of the cases had no any complications. 16% of the cases took curative conventional Ayurvedic medicines, and 3% of the cases took preventive Ayurvedic medicines, and the remaining took hybrid kind of treatments or measures or medications. In our study, we had 59% of the unvaccinated population and 37% vaccinated population, and 4% did not reveal their vaccination status. History of medication is concerned, 20% of the cases took curative allopathic medicines before coming to Hastalamba, and 8% of the cases took preventive allopathic medicines before getting registered to Hastalamba.
Here is a case of a male patient aged 70 years, a known case of hypertension and type 2 diabetes registered in Hastalamba with high fever along with respiratory symptoms. His condition was dropping down and oxygen saturation had fallen to 88 to 89% when he approached Hastalamba. His blood parameters were suggestive of severe infective status. He started responding well to the VFFA and his oxygen saturation reached normal level within 36 hours. He could get back to the routine in 10 to 12 days. The accuracy, swiftness of scientific decisions and therapeutic actions of Team Hastalamba installed back the security of lives of hundreds of people by health, thus ensuring them that all is well. The team was constantly educating and not medicating on the crucial resistance strategies which originally determine how fast the infection can be eliminated from the body in the moment they start following the instructions of SNS and medicated water. The patient starts his journey back to health. What makes VFFA so special? Is it an effective anti-viral medicine? What does Ayurveda say about viral infection? All these queries can be better answered by listening to Dr. Rajkumar K.C.
Virus is a non-living thing, and infection is body's response to harmful agents inside the body. So it's not the virus that determines infection, but body's metabolic immune status determines whether an infection develops or not.
Listen to the another beneficiary of Hastalamba-VFFA, Dr. Dipali Date, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Sholapur, Maharashtra, who was mesmerized by experiencing the results of VFFA.
This is DCP Dr. Dipali Dhate. I'm working as a Deputy Commissioner of Police at Solapur city in Maharashtra. Today I'm here to pay my gratitude towards Team Hastalamba introduced by SBEBA, Science-Based Evidence-Based Ayurveda. My whole family along with me, we were very sick last week. High-grade fever, body ache, headache, nausea, vomiting. Then I registered with Hastalamba. Within a half hour, I received a call from Dr. Anshul, who is from Hastalamba team. He suggested me few blood tests, and then he advised me some diet restrictions and medicated water, and that's it. Nothing else than other than that. No any medicine of allopathy and Ayurveda also. With the help of only medicated water and pathya, we got cured within 2 to 5 days.
Dr. Remya Krishnan, co-pioneer of SBEBA, explains why is VFFA so unique and distinct. She appreciates the efforts of the Hastalamba team on the occasion of the first anniversary of Hastalamba-VFFA.
Even our body is full of virus. But not only virus, bacteria, fungus, everything and whatnot. In atmosphere there are a lot many virus, bacteria, fungus. So it is really impossible to live without them. What is more important is whether you are getting infected and in how much period you are going to recover. And this is what the mission of Hastalamba is taking care of. Resistance strategies from within your immune system. Your immune system is inside your cells. So what we are doing in the form of scientific nutrition schedule is making sure that your immune system is improving its efficiency to eliminate infection so that you start getting protected from day one of our mission. When you join your mission and start our instructions from the first hour, you are getting protected. We are making people healthy. We are not taking the people to a situation where they require further treatment. Without doing any medication, we are making an environment where health is naturally born in their body by reversing infection. So I proudly congratulate each and every member of Team Hastalamba. I am really proud of you, all of you, doctors. There are doctors, engineers, teachers, homemakers, different kinds of people who are working in our mission, that too selflessly working for our mission. May God bless you all.
The sacrifice of the Team Hastalamba deserves worldwide recognition and honor, as they were attending patients 24/7 by cutting themselves from their families and loved ones with the sole intention of enabling the patients back to health and routines at a time when conventional medical care employed endless medications with uncertainty and fear.
In my 1 year of journey in Hastalamba, it has given me such an immense confidence that we can treat mild to severe kind of patient without any medication, with just medicated water and scientific diet and regimen. I am truly blessed to be the part of Hastalamba team. Thank you to our pioneers, Dr. Ramya Krishnan ma'am and Dr. Rajkumar sir. Namaskar.
Om Dhanvantri Namaha. Namaste. I am Dr. Kavilasan, a proud SBA practitioner from Trivandrum, Kerala. For the past 1 year, I got an amazing opportunity to work as a coordinator for Hastalamba, that is Science-Based Evidence-Based Ayurveda Viral Fever First Aid. First of all, I would like to thank God and Dr. Ramya Krishnan ma'am and Dr. Rajkumar sir, who are the pioneers of Hastalamba. When there was a COVID pandemic and panic situation was happening, SBBVA put forward Hastalamba, which included scientific diet, regimen and medicated water, which have been working so well for the patient for the past 1 year. During the last year, with the help of my volunteers like Dr. Nidhi, Dr. Preeti and Mr. Pranavji, and I was able to help a lot of people who came to us with different viral fevers and infections including COVID. Many cases recovered very quickly so that they did not even realize they had COVID also. Some cases were coming to us after they had done so many other treatments which failed and asked us our help, and we could help them back to health. No cases developed any complication during Hastalamba, and we could reverse almost all post-COVID complications that came to us under Hastalamba. We were able to reverse infections of all family members who were ailing together in many times quickly. For me, it was one of the best experiences in my life as a coordinator and volunteering for this work, through which I could help many people from mild to moderate cases through VFFA. I congratulate all Hastalamba team for completing 1 year. Let's hope we could do more. Thank you.
Namaste, I am Rajkumar from Chennai. I just wanted to share something with you all. My father some time ago had a viral infection, and I registered with the SBEVA's viral fever first aid program, and Dr. Venmani assisted me in monitoring my father's fever. He had fever of about 102, and he was on certain medicated water and a very strict diet protocol, which we followed also. And it was actually a very kind of a surprise, or can say even a miracle. In 4 or 5 days, his CRP came from 20 to about below 5, and his fever subsided within the next day from 102 to about 98. So we are very grateful and thankful to science-based, evidence-based Ayurveda, and Dr. Venmani also assisted us in this. So we are thankful to her, and of course the pioneers of SBEBA, Dr. Ramya Krishnan and Dr. Rajkumar. And from my side, we wish all success to their future endeavors. Thank you. Namaste.
मेरी बेटी को जब कोविड हुआ था तो उन्होंने हमें हस्तलंबा ट्रीटमेंट में हेल्प किया था. तीसरी बार जब बुखार आया तो मैंने हस्तलंबा टीम को कांटेक्ट किया और डॉक्टर संगीता से बात करनी शुरू करी और पूरा दिन एक प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो करने को बोला. मेरी बेटी 10 साल की है तो वो उसके लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल था वो प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो करना, बट उसने किया और उस पूरे प्रोटोकॉल को फॉलो करने के बाद बुखार जब उतरा, बहुत टाइम के बाद उतरा, और मैं काफ़ी वरीड थी कि बार बार वो उनको मैसेज कर रही थी डॉक्टर संगीता को कि उतर नहीं रहा, बट वो बहुत हेल्पफुल थी. उन्होंने कॉन्फिडेंस दिया, उन्होंने बोला आप फॉलो करो, ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस, सब ठीक हो जाएगा, बुखार उतर जाएगा. एंड इवेंचुअली 24-25 आई थिंक इतने घंटे के बाद बुखार उतरा, बट जब उतरा उसके बाद दोबारा नहीं आया.
Hi, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹನಾ. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ವಾಸಿ. I'm 12 years old. I was recently down with fever, but under the guidance of Dr. Kirti, I followed the scientific nutritionist diet, and without medication, I was back on my feet in 4 days. Thank you, SPEBA.
Hello everyone, the time has come to reveal the results of Hastalamba. Last 1 year, all the cases have been successfully documented. Out of 336 cases, 15% of the cases we had to terminate for various reasons. Out of this, 10% of the cases, they did not follow our instructions properly, so we had to terminate. 2% of the cases were suspicious cases. Their agenda was unknown, and 3% of the cases we had to terminate because they did not give us the proper follow-ups. Keeping aside this 15%, the remaining 85% of the cases, that is the number 287, out of this, 72% of the cases recovered fully from the viral fever, attaining the Dhatu Samyata. Dhatu Samyata is the parameters to assess the health as per Ayurveda. And the remaining 21% of the cases recovered from the viral fever but did not attain the Dhatu Samyata. And the remaining 3% of the cases, though recovered, they disappeared without letting us know. This is after recovery, they disappeared, so we have to keep it under the category of recovery, but in a different subcategory. And 2% of the cases we had to refer to the nearby healthcare services because of the fact that the no more online dealing was possible in such cases. So this is the scenario in last 1 year. Totally, if I want to sum up, 98% of the cases that we have handled recovered fully from the viral fever. 2% of the cases we had to refer. Before I sign off, I would like to let you know the fact that we have received feedback from 64% of the patients. And I would like to thank each and every member of this team, doctors and the volunteers and the technical team. And I would also like to thank our pioneers, Dr. Ramyakrishnan ma'am and Dr. Rajkumar sir, for initiating this VFFA Hastalamba for the betterment of the mankind as well as in the concern of the society during the tough pandemic period.
I am the live example of Hastalamba. I would like to thanks to team Hastalamba for such a wonderful job they are doing. Thank you, Dr. Ramyakrishnan, for such a great research, which is pure soul of Ayurveda actually. Thanks, Dr. Anshul, for guiding and supporting us in our such terrific time. Know that you all team Hastalamba are doing this without any expectation, free of cost. Hats off, guys. Thank you very much for such a highly dedication towards our Ayurveda and towards wellness of people. Thank you very much.
The efforts of SBEBA mission is thus unique, exemplary, and extraordinary. Viral Fever First Aid Service, VFFA, is thus a pure mission and not an impure profession intended to save lives and protect humanity from the evil financial expectations in the label of healthcare. We hope this noble mission reaches the greater heights in the future to provide the better healthcare service and avoid the agony and tension in situations like that of COVID pandemic.